1999, this man became the first ever Aboriginal World Kickboxing Champion. He maintains a proud Aboriginal sporting tradition of such greats as Lionel Rose, Kathy Freeman. They call him the Aboriginal Warrior.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Aboriginal Warrior, Chris Collard.
I've had about 70 professional fights. Kickboxing, Muay Thai and pro boxing. I've had 22 pro boxing fights. I was 3 times Victorian middleweight boxing champion. I fought for a World Boxing Federation title. I lived in Japan for 6 months. I lived in Thailand. I fought in Prague, Hong Kong, Macau. So, coming from where I did to actually reach and them particular milestones in my fighting career was just a blessing in disguise. My name's Chris Collard. I used to fight as the Aboriginal Warrior.
Fought 3 by 2. Coming out of the red corner, Denver Stewart. Well, he's opened up like a house on fire, Chris Collard. That's it, it's over. You saw it, history in the making of the Collingwood Town Hall. Today is the Aboriginal Warrior.
I come from a broken home. I've seen a lot of physical abuse, a lot of sexual abuse. At that time when I was younger, I had ADHD, and I don't think it was really sort of recognised a lot back then. And I was probably a handful, but that doesn't give anyone the right to do what was done to me, I was physically abused. I was bounced off the wall, fractured my skull, perforated my eardrum. Most of my life I had to walk around with a constant ringing noise in my ear, so any time that you would sort of relax, at any moment you just hear this buzzing in your ear. And to this day now, I've still got it. I had to have an operation to get it fixed, but it still ain't the same. There was a lot of unfair stuff going on in my house at that point in time, and it was pretty hurtful and horrible that someone could do that to, kids. There was none of that love in my household, so that's why I started sort of going down the wrong track, doing the wrong thing, hanging with, criminals that taught me some bad things, and stealing cars and breaking into houses. Because I had no positive role models at home. I had no one to look up to, no one to care for me, basically. There's not one time when I was young that I can remember my mum telling me that she loved me, so yeah, it's hard. But just one of them things that I'd never let it come into my household. Coming from a broken home and just being treated like that, it sort of made me go into the wrong direction. I would get money from all the crimes that I was committing, and I was actually shooting up speed. I've tried heroin, so I really sort of hit rock bottom, when I was very sort of young. I was in and out of institutions. I had a bad attitude, and I thought that, the world hated me, I hated the world, so I just did not comply with anything that was told to me. I thought about a lot of things that I'd done wrong on the outside, and thought to myself, if I don't change while I'm in this place, I'm going to be in and out of institutions for the rest of my life, or I'm going to be dead, and that's the bottom line. So I got out, I started amateur boxing at PCYC in Coburn. At the time, Wayne Barwick was my coach. I trained up for an amateur boxing fight, and it was scheduled in Mandurah. I fought a fellow countryman by the name of Max Kelly, and my knees were knocking, and I was scared shitless. It's the first time I had experienced anything like that, and I was just so nervous, and I got in there and done my thing, and I come out with the win. So I walked away pretty proud of myself. I won a little trophy, pretty chuffed and stuff like that, and I'm thinking to myself, Chris, you've got some talent. So my trainer there said, Chris, if you go on, man, we'll take you to get titles, and you stick with me, and we'll take you places. Fighting at the Collingwood Town Hall, 1999, Steve Skorvec, he was a Croatian guy. He come from a worn-torn country. This guy, he was tough. He come to fight, it was a war for an all, man.
At the end of this fight, there will be a new world champion. Will it be Chris Collard? Will it be Steve Skorvec? We're underway in the first round.
I was hitting him with punches. I was kicking him. I was chopping down his legs like a big old oak tree. But when he went down, he just kept on coming up. It was like the Energizer Bunny. There was no stopping this guy. And the second round, he popped me on the chin, and I felt this like crunch, man. I thought, geez, man, that's definitely a broken jaw. And then I'm like moving around the ring, and I'm just crunching my jaw together, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's definitely broken, man. And I actually put the pain to the side because, this was an opportunity of a lifetime. So, I put everything on the line just to capture this world title.
The crowd have not eased up. Listen to the chants again. Warrior, it is absolutely electrifying. You cut the atmosphere with a knife, folks. My word, that's it, it's all over. I believe we have a new champion of the world, and his name is the Aboriginal Warrior, Chris Collard.
This is a title that is dear to my heart because I had the legend Lionel Rose. He actually put the title around my waist, and it was just a fantastic feeling to have a fellow legend like that put this around my waist. And I had a lot of support from the Koori community over there that came out and watched the fight, so it was one of the dearest highlights of my career. Yeah, here's a bit of a collection. With the fighting game, if you train hard and fight regularly, everyone sort of starts to take notice of you, and you start to notch up all the wins. This is a picture that one of my best mates painted for me. You've got the kangaroo footprints and the Aboriginal Warrior in the middle, the gloves, all the stuff that was a significant thing in that point of my time. This is Dana Goodson. He was a living legend in the kickboxing sport. He sort of made a big impact on a lot of people's lives in the fighting industry. He was a role model, he was a mentor. He was someone that I adored and I looked up to because I had no father figures at all. So I owe, everything to him because he brought me to my Australian title, my South Pacific title, my world amateur kickboxing title. That was probably some of the highlights of my life. I have 5 kids all up, and I have 2 grandsons. My kids are my world. My eldest daughter is Khadija, then there's Lola, Yagan, Hazel and Mia Carney.
Have you felt the foam in these ones? They're like bloody...
Yeah, I know.
How old are they, do you remember?
Yeah, they're probably old. Oh, yeah, they're...
Probably like older than me?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a big mob, and I couldn't think of my life without my kids.
Yeah.
How's the little fella going, all right?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, cool. My wife, she was a champion runner. She was a champion netballer.
How are you?
And we both come from sporting backgrounds, so we've encouraged our kids to do sport. All my kids have done little athletics, and we love to sort of train together, and yeah, it's a great thing. 1, 2. The main ingredients to a household, and that's the 4-letter word, love. If there's a lot of love in that house, the kids will function in a better way. It's like anything in your life. If you put in the hard work with the foundation with your kids, you will reap the rewards.
You need a breather? Good work.
You can, hit him. If he's got his hands exposed there, pop him to that side. If he's dropping the right there, pop him to that side. You've got to, see the play. So try and aim for where he's weak. He's vulnerable in holding his guards down.
I feel as though I just want to put back into my community because fighting can be a way out. It's a sport where you have to be fit, you have to eat proper food, and it makes you a lot more positive, and it teaches you respecting yourself, respecting others. So there has got a lot of good points to fighting, and it teaches you to be a better person at the end of the day.
Yeah, we'll just keep it simple. The basics, baby.
I'm 36 next month. 46, yeah. I don't even know my age. I've clearly had too many blokes to the head. Yeah. I was training for another fight, but COVID-19 come up and it sort of smashed everyone for a six, and that sort of held me back from going down there and training. I'm excited. I've just got to get my mind switched on and trying to sort of get in there and get it all done, because it's been a long time in the making. I've just got to make it happen. Because I just want to show my kids and everyone out there that, it's never too late for you to achieve your dream and for you to achieve what you want to in life, whether it's academically, sporting or whatever. It doesn't stop at your age, and age is just a number. So my family's important to me, so they're priority number one. As long as everything is all good at the home front, I'll be there training.
Kara kara. Ta-da, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm just blessed in a way to see that there's so many Indigenous people, on that pedestal now, and, being role models for these younger kids. And if they do find the right path and they find the right people that can take them on this journey, well, that's half the battle.
What do you think of this, guys? Do you like it? Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
Dad looked pretty young, didn't he?
Wasn't he a young bloke back then? Now I'm an old fella, eh? I've got uglier and fatter and look disgusting now, don't I?
You've just got to be positive, and you've just got to surround yourself around positive people, and they will help you move forward in a positive direction. If you're going to hang around with negative people, you're going to do negative things, and then that's going to lead you down the road to nowhere. I wanted to share my story with the Indigenous side as well as the non-Indigenous, because if I can touch some lives and make an impact on certain people, that's what it's important to me to put back into my community, because everyone's got a story, and this is the story that I needed to tell. So, people have seen my trials and tribulations and what I've come through and where I am today. So I'm just so blessed in every sense to be where I am now, and I'm still breathing, so things are looking up for me. My name's Chris Collard, and I used to fight as the Aboriginal Warrior. My mate that actually done that picture down the corner, he actually done that for me. I'd done all the prep work for this stitch, and he done the beautiful bit of art on it. So yeah, it's come up a treat, this one. I'm not really good at playing it.